Freedom Farm, where horse therapy takes on a whole new meaning. To learn what makes Freedom Farm so special, I talked to its founder, Susie Bjorklund.
Well, you got a nice big arena here. I guess you need something like this in the dead of winter here in Minnesota. Huh?
We sure do.
Very colorful. What is the hut? What is the barn?
Those are very fun, motivating toys that we put in the arena. And we have different Beanie Babies that the children will find the little animals.
Well, you have done quite a job here. And, God, you got to love what you do.
I sure do.
How do you, when you meet somebody, say, a church social or cocktail party or something, how do you explain what it is that you do?
I tell them that I have a therapeutic riding program where kids and adults come for therapeutic riding time and a place where miracles happen every day.
Ooh. So if they say, what's therapeutic riding? I mean, how do you define that?
I tell them it's how the horse and the rider work together, the gifts of the horse that bring out so many things out of a person naturally. So it's not forced, it's very fun and motivating for every rider.
How do you explain that? I know what you're talking about. I mean, it's magical what horses do. But how do you explain that? Do you have any ideas?
It is really hard to explain, and I really try to have people come out so they can really see for themselves what does happen. And I think the animal being so large, that's a big piece of it also. And the horses that we use that are so gentle, we have a lot of volunteers that are fearful of volunteering because they've never been next to a horse. And after 15 minutes of going through the volunteer program, they forget the horse is even there sometimes.
Where do the horses come from for this program?
Most of them are donated, and some we do purchase. The donated ones are awesome because that is a huge gift. We go through quite a thorough check of each horse to make sure that they are suitable for the program. The retired show horse is by far proven to be the best and most reliable. They've been out and about, they've seen things, and they're just more calm with the different games that we do. And there's a lot of horses that are very well trained, but when they're in this situation with a leader, somebody leading the horse, a person on each side of them, a rider that is maybe unbalanced weight, and then add hula hoops and bean bags, it can be a little overwhelming for them.
You mentioned followers and leaders and so forth. There are specific jobs that the volunteers do. Explain those to me.
The leader is the person that leads the horse, and those individuals really need horse experience. And even with that, they have to go through quite an intense training program to learn how to lead properly, because it is totally different from just leading your horse in your own backyard.
In what way?
The horse is working, and when they come into the arena, they need to know that this is their job, that they're not a pet, they cannot rub on you, they need to stand quiet. A lot is expected of them every time they come into the arena. And it's hard for horse people not to show a lot of affection or to want to give them a treat. And so that's an interesting piece of it.
You know what? I think that's good advice for handling any horse in any circumstance, what you just described there. There are boundaries. There are consequences for, violating boundaries. And so a working horse, kind of similar to a service animal, you're not supposed to go up and touch them. They're doing a job. I know there's a very special segment of the public that you've brought some attention to, and this is returning veterans. What made you want to get involved with them?
Over the years, hearing more and more about them, the veterans coming back, and not feeling a part of a community and feeling isolated, whether that's self-induced or it is reality, it made me very sad that there's men and women giving so much and coming home and they feel so bad. And I know what horses can do. I know what they do for me and what they do for the special needs riders, and I wanted to extend that.
And how has that gone?
It's interesting. It's a slow process. It's exciting. We have a group of women that come out once a week.
I'm a Gulf War veteran. I spent 12 years in the Air Force. I'm an Iraq war vet.
They really opened up to each other and are very excited now. For the first time, they're able to be mindful. They're focused.
I still have the mind chatter, you know, a monkey mind, we call it. But there's just something about being in the quiet, being around the animals.
Do you try and get them to sort of process what it is that they've seen or the things that are bothering them? In other words, talk about it? Or do you just kind of let that fall away and you focus on the horse?
You know, we really focus on their riding and the horse.
She invited me and I came out, and one day it was in the winter actually, and we could be indoors here, and we just brushed the horses, and I just enjoyed that. Even just connecting with the horse was like, it calmed me so much.
And learning to ride and understanding how your body moves open up emotions, and then they start sharing different things. I don't pry.
Is it hard to hear some of those things?
Very hard.
You're kind of taking part of that burden on you.
I just feel so much love for them, and just so blessed that there's something I can do to help in this transition.
I would really recommend this. In every state, they need to have this. It's a great opportunity for veterans to help you with your head, your issues, or your body.
All of us, I think, recognize, you know, the sacrifices that the military make for us, but very few of us have the opportunity or take the opportunity to give something back, and you've done that. So I got a great big hug for you. Thank you so much, Susie.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Patriot Guard, a support group for veterans, stopped by to find out more about the Freedom Farm program.
Look around the arena and I'll talk some more about what we do. I have a rider, Bob, that has graciously said he will get on a horse. And Shantae and Bill and Joe are veterans, and they are going to show you what the sidewalking, what it entails, and then I'll throw you in there too. We're just going to have a great time.
Volunteering at a therapeutic riding program is one of life's most enriching experiences.
So it's kind of a natural progression. So the cool thing is, with the veteran riding, is to have you all alongside. But not everybody.
I suspect that these veterans will be back.